9월 1일입니다. 벌써 새벽 5시 37분이 막 지나고 있습니다. 자, 2월달 독서를 또 시작합니다. Principles. Don't mistake the trappings of success for success itself. Achievement orientation is important, but people who obsess over $1,200 pair of shoes or a fancy car are very rarely happy because they don't know what it is that they really want and hence what will satisfy them. Mastering fear. If your fear is about a clear and present danger, then flip the switch and focus on what positive action you can take to meet the challenge. Be exalted, O Lord, in your strength. We will sing and praise your might. The art of success. And only after taking the time and the effort required to develop the skills of leadership can we be entrusted with the opportunity to lead. Tools of titans, the tactics, routines, and habits of billionaires, icons, and world-class performers. The quality of your question determine the quality of your life. Prosper. 6 practices to find lasting money and happiness. Create a life you really want. I realize how far I've come personally and professionally. I commit fully to this required action in the fulfillment of my goals. The personality code. The IDISC works similarly in measuring the 4 dimensions of a personality with 28 questions. No priest is to drink the wine when he enters the inner court. "50 high-impact speeches and the remarks. The greatest speeches from the greatest leaders. Speeches on diversity. Nevertheless, business leaders cannot shy away from the issue. Building a story brand. Clarify your message so customers will listen. Use the 7 elements of great storytelling to grow your business. Chapter 12, Building a Better Website. We will only see an increased engagement from customers if we implement our story brand script in our marketing and messaging material. The fearless organization, creating psychological safety in the workplace for learning, innovation, and growth. If we can build it, will people actually use it? You don't have to be ruthless to win. When Kaiser, emerging technologies leader, Noah, first joined us, he had grown accustomed to being promised things at his prior firm that were never delivered. Barack Obama, a promised land. I'd never set foot in the kingdom before, and at the lavish airport welcoming ceremony, lavish. The first thing I noticed was the complete absence of women or children on the tarmac or in the terminals. Just rows of black mustachioed men in military uniform or the traditional soap and gutra. The grass withers, the flowers fade, but the word of our God remains forever. Distribute pencils and paper. All you inhabitants of the world, and you who live on the earth, when a banner is raised on the mountain, look. When a trumpet sound, listen. Keep calm for ladies. Look for the good, not the evil, in the conduct of members of the family. You can win, a step-by-step tool for top achievers. Winners don't do different things. They do things differently. List 3 people who I shall make an effort to give sincere compliments to. This is a big order. This is the big order world. But see what you can do. He's such a nice son. The Data Detective, 10 easy rules to make sense of statistics, so one might have hoped for accuracy. The psychology book, Big Ideas, Simply Explained. The good life is a process. The good life is a process, not a state of being. Competence, how winning streaks and losing streaks at the begin and being. But teamwork required mutual confidence that Seagate people just didn't have. Making the most out of every day, regardless of what life throws you. But Missy, you'll never move out of my heart. The real life of the NBA. Maybe you weren't born with it, but it's never too late to claim it as your own. Make luck happen. The instant attributed by the military to those of the veteran never occurred. The high five habit. Take control of your life with one simple habit. When you are able to trust that all your hard work is leading you somewhere, you will create a miracle. You will create a miracle in your life. Getting things done, the art of stress-free productivity. Resolve to spend more time with your kids and then don't. Voila. Anxious and overwhelmed. Exactly what to say. The magic words for influence and impact. The easier the question is to answer, the easier you gain your decision. Finishing this process with a question that is effortless to answer is the key to gaining a rapid response and a positive outcome. The zigzag principle, the goal-setting strategy that will revolutionize your business and your life. The road to success is never a straight line. As a result, we had $150,000 worth of merchandise just sitting in our warehouse waiting to be shipped and holding up our cash at the flow. The silo effect, the peril of expertise, and the promise of breaking down barriers. What the Cleveland Clinic study shows is that if you want to combat the problem of silos, you do not always need to shuffle people around between different departments. Organize a corporate retreat, or encourage people to take radical career breaks, as I have described in the last 2 chapters. The 1-year devotion for kids include Keys for Kids, 365 character building principles. I worry that Daddy won't come back. The Art of Aging, a doctor's prescription for well-being, adding centuries to our years. I have been dealing until now with life as we know it, in which aging is an inevitable accomplishment of being human, and the days of our years have a natural limit imposed by membership in the species Homo sapiens. Perfect digestion, the key to balanced living. The best time for a rising, therefore, is an important consideration. The power of affirmation. I have a positive attitude toward abundance. Wake up to hope. I refuse to be intimidated because I know you are for me, in me, and with me. The element. How finding your passion changes everything. I walked in and blurred out. I am here to teach you a course about the fear. Praise for 2030. We know a lot about what's going on with the dollars and the cents, but we are surprisingly uninformed. About how social structures are transforming the world around us. Social structures. The world is changing. The world is changing drastically before our eyes. Will you be prepared for what comes next? What comes next? Open the gate to the Ivy League, a plan B for getting into the top college. A total of 38% of students study abroad through university-sponsored programs in 90 countries. Reinvention, a guide for anyone looking for success, fulfillment, and a fresh start. Reinvention, how to make the rest of your life the best of your life. Inspect one you expect. Never trust luck. Never trust luck. Never assume that all will be well. Always ask, what could possibly go wrong? And of all the things that could go wrong, what's the worst possible thing that could go wrong? And then make sure that it doesn't happen. The unseen body, a doctor's journey through the hidden wonders of human anatomy. Though she might have died no matter what I did, Anne's weight contributed acutely to her pain and suffering, while showing the limitation that are inherent in every piece of medical equipment, from crutches to wheelchairs to CT scanners. Control your destiny, or someone else at the will. Control your destiny, or someone else at the will. Don't sweat the small stuff in love. Be forgiving and listen well. Keep your sense of humor and be supportive. Amp it up, because the disk could drastically compress and duplicate data. The cost advantage of a tape system evaporated, which overcame on the region a customer might prefer tape. The motivation myth, how high achievers really set themselves up to win. Even if your goal is something kind of silly. How we listen, the surprising truth about when, where, and why it happens. The central disagreement was over teaching philosophy. Do students learn most efficiently in classes that emphasize the learning of specific problem-solving techniques, like the factoring and calculating slope? Make time. How to focus on what matters every day. Eat the real food. Go on the dark chocolate plan. Snack like a toddler. Stay hungry. Central park your plate. Eat like a hunter-gatherer. The adversity paradox. And there is the difference between a lucky break that just happens to lead to a new opportunity and the kind of serendipity Jones is talking about. Hyper-focus. How to be more productive in a world of distraction. First value is 8, so I'll put it with the other books that start with a number. The organized mind, thinking straight in the age of information overload. The sandpaper salesman Richard, who invented the masking tape and turned 3M into one of the largest companies, is one famous case. Our internet ordering wasn't as easy as ordering a book from Amazon. On more stressless, how to attract wealth using the secret science of getting rich, and how bad can that be? The art of asking. Ask better questions, get better answers. A senior vice president, divisional general manager in a large multinational company, when asked by the CEO to explain a hard-to-believe financial turnaround by one of his business unit, also responded with anger. 10 commitments to your success, and doing nothing is less than what an average person does. Bill Gates, how to avoid a climate disaster, the solutions we have, and the breakthroughs we need. Some modified their building codes to make it harder for homeowners to replace their gas appliances with electric alternatives. Interview before success, a practical guide to increasing job interviews, offers, and salaries. If it is not impeccable, if it is not impeccable, make an effort to improve it before the interview. Today's best kept interview secret. In the spotlight, overcome your fear of public speaking and the performing. Action steps. Further, imagine you have been hired as a consultant to share your secret method for creating a state of inner panic and terror. Communication, the key to effective leadership. Never talk about the effort you and your team put into a project. Talk about the results. They are what matter, getting results. Empty nesters. They come home again. Call it a clan, call it a network, call it a tribe, call it a family. Whatever you call it, whoever you are, you need the one. Secret about life every woman should know. 10 principles for total emotional and spiritual fulfillment. Your mind create your experience of reality. So make your mind your friend. A toolkit for working women. Know your right. While trademarks and copyright both provide protection for intellectual property, they do so in very different ways. The 100 simple secrets of the best app of life. Make your second app the best app. Listen to your favorite music. A song is so much more than sound to us. What Jesus said, a topical guide to the word of Christ. Otherwise they might see with their eyes, hear with their ears, understand with their hearts, and turn, and I would heal them. The case for the real Jesus. In Mark chapter 6, he sent out the 12. He sent out the 12. And what do they preach? That people should repent. Success is not an accident. Lesson 2. Choose who you want to become. If you want your purpose in life to become a magnificent obsession, you must develop and constantly review your personal mission statement. Your personal mission statement. In this lesson, you will learn to recognize your true identity. Choose who you want to become. Cultivate the passion of a personal mission. Live more honestly, freely, and intuitively. Live more honestly, freely, and intuitively. Craft an inspiring personal mission statement. Align your goals with your purpose. Happiness is an inside job, practicing for a joyful life. Here's your story. I was traveling on the Metroliner Express train between Washington, D.C. and New York City one morning, and although it was early and I had bought several newspapers I wanted to read. Not long into the trip, I felt an enormous wave of exhaustion come over me. The Bible power for successful living. Multiply your blessings. And when we remove the obstacles, when we let God love us, His gifts are like a cornucopia of good things, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Luke chapter 6, verse 38. God loved the world so much that He gave His one and only Son, so that whoever believes in Him may not be lost, but have eternal life. He did this just for you. Fluent forever. How to learn any language fast and never forget it. With these three card types, you can memorize almost any of the basic 625 words. The power of a praying husband. The fear of man brings a snare, but whoever trusts in the Lord shall be safe. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 25. Secrets of the millionaire mind. Think rich to get rich, mastering the inner game of wealth. Wealth is the principle. The true measure of wealth is net worth, not working income. Barking up the wrong tree. The surprising science behind why everything you know about success is mostly wrong. If you are overworked in a job that isn't right for you, it may be time to make a change. Strengths finder. Others just wish that their glass were as full as you seem to be. But either way, people want to be around you. This world looks better around you because your enthusiasm is contagious. The power of I am. I am strong. Strength tracks you down. I am healthy. Health had your way. I'm talented. Talent follows you. I am blessed. Blessings pursue you. Take charge of your life with two simple words. I am. You can, you will. 8 undeniable qualities of a winner. Keep your vision in front of you. Dare to dream big dreams. When you take responsibility for your growth, God will honor your efforts. That's a definite plan. Positive thinking. Transform your outlook and face the future with confidence and optimism. Learn to spot the techniques the media used to manipulate you into thinking that a spate of similar instance means there is a crisis. Tapping the source. Using the master key system for abundance and happiness. As you shift from thinking to feeling, You pass through a portal into a new dimension. Finding your element, how to discover your talents and passions and transform your life, will come to your own situation in a moment. Hunger, a memoir of my body. I started to panic, and before I know it, I am tearing the bright, beautiful clothes off because I don't deserve to wear them. Blessed in the darkness, how all things are working for your good. You know that God brought you through the darkness in the past, and He will bring you through in the future. The law of the garbage truck. The message will stay with you for decades to come. How to respond to people who dump on you, and how to stop dumping on others. The age of the commitment. Do declare your work a no garbage truck zone. You don't have to be the president or CEO to have an impact on your company. You can make a difference. Surviving the storm. I advise most of these folks to fight their instinct to combat and just stay put. Stay put until they see the beginning of the seasonal changes in the economy. How high will you climb? Determine your success by cultivating the brighter attitudes. We cannot cause the wind to blow the way we want, but we can adjust. We can adjust our sails so that they will take us where we want to go. We cannot cause the wind to blow the way we want, but we can adjust our sails so that they will take us where we want to go. The 21 Success Secrets of a Self-Made Millionaire. Action exercise. Identify one health habit that you need to develop to enjoy higher levels of health and energy. Steps to create the life you want. The anatomy of a successful life. When Jesus' critics publicly challenged him, discipline is the key that unlocks the desire of your heart. Dare to ask. Ask your friend. Ask your parents. Most of all, ask yourself. Questioning attitudes and morals, putting deeply held belief to the test. This provocative bestseller is a deceptively simple tool for self-discovery. If you could take a pill and eat food all day without absorbing calories or nutrition, would you? If so, is there any particular food you'd gorge on? The power of your subconscious mind. Unlock your master key to success. Turn over your request for the solution to your subconscious prior to sleep. Trust it and believe in it, and the answer will come. I know all and see all, but you must not doubt or question its powers. The positive shift. Mastering mindset to improve happiness, health, and the longevity. Who stopped to help pick up the papers? Only 40% of those who did not feel guilty helped her, compared to 80% of those who felt guilty. This study provides a simple illustration of how giving can be used to help bring us out of a bad mood. The power presenter, technique, style, and strategy from America's top speaking coach. If you design less is more slide. Both you and your audience will have less visual information to process each time a new image appears on your screen. Marketing made simple. A step-by-step story brand guide for any business. What do you do with your lead generator? Once you have your lead generator created, the first thing you want to do is promote it on your website. Live without the fear. Learn to walk in God's power and peace. I am aware that it is easier to say this than to do it. The Maxwell Daily Reader. 365 days of insight to develop the leader within you and influence those around you. Now determine not to give up until you find a solution. Now determine not to give up until you find a solution. Refuse to give up. Think about an impossible situation you and your teammate have all but given up overcoming. Breakout. 5 keys to go beyond your barriers and live an extraordinary life. There will be times when a door closes and you can't understand why. From failure to success, everyday habits and exercises to build mental resilience and turn failures into success. Please note that while some suggestions are based on scientific research, a lot of it is based primarily on my personal experience applied in my personal situation. Speak like a CEO, secret for commanding attention and getting results. I am pleased to announce today that even more students are sharing your success. 聖書。名場面で一気にわかる壮大な神と人との物語。石板を振り上げるモーセ。10回を授かるモーセ。40年にわたることになったのや。아라노 아라노노 방황이라는 단어인데 이게 와 방황 호구, 호구. 호구, 호구. 방황이라는 단어네. 호구, 호구. 연주nen니 와다루 고토니 나타 아라노노 호고, 호고. 이노리 노 치카라 크리스찬 세이가스 God's the blueprint, life-changing sermon outline. He committed no sin, and no deceit was found in his mouth. 212, the extra degree. Extraordinary results begin with one small change. Whether you think you can or think you can't, you are right. Brain rules. 12 principles for surviving and thriving at work, home, and at school. Long-term memory. Rule number 6. Remember to repeat. Linchpin. Are you indispensable? Becoming more average, more kick, and more cheap is not as productive as it used to be. Sticker shock. The day you realize you are worth the millions, leveraging competence and success in the car, beating sales and life. To really comprehend the power of the human touch, you must open your heart to it. Work rules. Insight from inside Google that will transform how you live and lead. Put another way, the average U.S. company spend 4% a year on salary increase, roughly 3% for annual increase, and 1% for promotion. Soul communication, opening your spiritual channels for success and fulfillment. How did you approach the idea of doing direct soul communication? The craving mind, from cigarette to smartphones to love, why we get hooked and how we can break bad habits. The retreat offered a lot of silence meditation time, but very little instruction. The purpose-driven life. 人生を導く5つの目的。自分らしく生きるための40章。What on earth am I here for? 自分の弱さをあえて受け入れること。Fresh start. The new you begins today. Give and it will be given to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over will be put into your bosom. For with the same measure that you use, it will be measured back to you. Luke chapter 6, verse 38. Living successfully with screwed up people. How can I ever forgive? Injuring your enemy puts you below your enemy. Revenging an injury makes you even. Forgiving it sends you above. The achievement habit. Stop wishing, start doing. and take command of your life. Be mindful of how you feel and experiment by moving to different location. Our body's location matters. It colors our experience more than most of us think. Our body's location matters. Body, mind, body, mind. When this person does reach out, the expression tends to be overdramatic and clumsy because of its lack of precision and energetic fluidity in its body-mind region. Who's got your back? The secret to finding the 3 people who will change your life. The breakthrough program to build deep, trusting relationships that create success and won't let you fail. It did well, but it wasn't getting the attention we thought it deserved. Developing the leadership within you. As a leader, I always try to see things from two perspectives, that of the person I'm working with and my own.名言、格言、ことわざ辞典。ある人の幸福は他人の福。ある人の幸福は他人の不幸。どんな人でも人の幸福は他人の規制の上に成り立っていることを思って生きよう。ある人の幸福は他人の不幸。God has a plan for your life. The discovery that makes all the difference. The promises of God lived within his heart, and he was not afraid. Eat, move, sleep. How small choices lead to big changes. It is, after all, in the food producer's best interest to highlight the 3 grams of fiber over the 12 grams of sugar. Rich habits, the daily success habits of a wealthy individual. They devote significant amounts of time networking. Your best life now. 7 steps to living at your full potential. Enlarge your vision. Develop a healthy self-image. Discover the power of your thoughts and words. Let go of the past. Find strength through adversity. Live to give. Choose to be happy. Well, I'm just sort of thinking about maybe that I'd like to do it. Your next season, advice for executives on transitioning from intense careers to fulfilling next season. Make 2 lists. Name 1 productive things I want to do, the other fun things I want to do. You'll be surprised by how many overlap. Small talk. Give learners the confidence to start a conversation, plus create a good first impression. The great warming, climate change, and the rise and fall of civilization. The growth of the inadequacy of relief efforts by the British Raj contributed to the disaster. Our daily bread, the only way to overcome temptation that we face is to be focused on the Lord. Think diet and exercise are the keys to a long, healthy life? Think again. This groundbreaking book is a perfect place to begin exploring how best to grow old. What can you do to increase the likelihood of living a happy, healthy, fulfilling life into your 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond? Among the topics Dr. V explore, the importance of marriage and the impact of divorce, the role of play and creative activity, the effects of tobacco, alcohol, and other mood elevators, the benefits of forming new friendship and new social network, the importance of intellectual curiosity and lifelong learning. What should I do with my life? The true story of people who answered the ultimate question. He spoke eloquently. He spoke eloquently about free trade versus logging, salmon versus dam, and veterans' benefits versus budget constraint. The demographic clip, how to survive and prosper during the Great Depression of 2014 through to 2019. Each season is necessary for growth and economic evolution. 주を賛美するために、後の世代のために、このことは書きされればならない。主を賛美するために民は創造された。Net positive. How courageous companies thrive by giving more than they take. Net positive companies think it's just a normal way of doing business. Success is a journey. 7 steps to achieving success in the business of life. Schedule an appointment with yourself. One way to guarantee that you will get your important, high priority work done correctly and on time is to schedule an appointment with yourself. Search inside yourself. What that means is you need to learn to quiet your mind to success sukha, but once you become skillful at doing that, you have a highly sustainable source of happiness that does not require sensual input. Talk about life-changing. The 7 principles of public speaking, proven method from a PR professional. Think for a moment about your own life. Power to reinvent yourself. How to break the destructive pattern in your life. We must take the proper steps to ensure our safety. Acing the interview. How to ask and answer the question that will get you the job. What is the most money that you have ever made? Answer this question judiciously. If you have been in sales, for instance, and your earnings have been really high in some years and lower in others, given average of the last few years. Bragging about making a lot of money will never help in negotiation. If you made an inordinate amount of money several years ago, I would recommend not even mentioning it. On reading, bringing up bookworms in a digital age, from picture books to e-books and everything in between. On reading playbook, dramatize the story. You can mime sweeping when you see a broom or pretend to eat the character's food. This will help your child match the concept to the word, a pillar of the interactive reading experience. Conversation starters. Do you want to be Little Red Riding Hood? What would the big bad wolf wear? Public speaking skills. Engage your audience right from your very first word. Just allow yourself to wander, then try to bring your focus back to reading. Learn like a pro, science-based tools to become better at anything. Whether you find an activity enjoyable and beneficial depends a lot on your perception. 50 successful Harvard application essay. What worked for them can help you get into the college of your choice. I have tried to fill my days as a student, tried to live life like a full field sprint. Get more done by doing less. Already hundreds of thousands of people have discovered how the 80-20 principle can help you find the shortcut in any situation. The purpose-driven life, transformed by truth. People need more than bread for their life. They must feed on every word of God. Matthew chapter 4, verse 4. Influence. But we are rapidly nearing a time when ignoring women's spending power and market influence will be not just foolish but devastating to any company that wants to stay competitive in the global economy, because the worldwide rise in women's income and economic influence coincide with a massive long-term shift in the business climate, making it more difficult than ever for companies to gain and hold on to a competitive edge. Are you smart enough to work at Google? Since then, the dilemma has been the subject of an interminable debate. Inner wisdom, meditation for the heart and the soul. I know that no matter what is going on in my life, no matter how difficult things may be, at the very center of my being, I am safe and I am whole. The resilience factor. 7 keys to finding your inner strength and overcoming life's hurdles. Once you have identified the beliefs that are accounting for your feelings, you can use challenging beliefs to test whether they are fully accurate. On for this, how to find the work you are meant to do. Mike, the founder, regularly makes south of the border grocery store runs to purchase tens of thousands of dollars worth of product. Make the elephant and begin the most profitable adventure of your life. How to avoid the 5 killer mistake, from mismanaging client expectation to losing sight of the numbers. There's no way I'll ever forget the elephant. If you want to beat your competition, you'd better read and study this book. 101 American English Idiom, hot under the collar, extremely angry. Unbeatable mind, 4G resiliency and mental toughness to succeed at an elite level. Selling a losing stock actualizes your loss, while selling a winning stock actualizes your gain. Why be poor when you could be rich, mediocre when you could be great, or sick when you could be healthy, when you have the ability to get whatever you want? In the 3 books contained in this volume, The Science of Getting Rich, The Science of Being Well, and The Science of Being Great, Prosperity Guru W. revealed the timeless secret to living a prosperous, healthy, and successful life. You are going to get what you want, but in such a way that when you get it, every other man will have more than he has now. So the lessons for loving. Advice from the wisest Americans on love, relationship, and marriage. When asked how to prevent a major blow-up, a surprising number of experts recommended offering your partner something to eat. Blow up. How to click with people. The secret to better relationship in business and in life. In the wake of rejection, stop and go back. The future of money. How the digital revolution is transforming currencies and the finance. The central bank could institute a negative nominal interest rate simply by reducing the balances on the electronic wallets at the pre-announced rate. Find your happiness. 101 inspirational stories about finding your purpose, passion, and joy. Use positive thinking to change your attitudes. Find the good in every day and count your blessings. Listen to your heart and pursue your true passions. Trading in the zone. Master the market with competence, discipline, and winning attitudes. As a result, there is little, if any, potential to experience the kind of emotional pain that wells up when you feel betrayed. books are the psychology for dummies. Learn to set and reach your the goals. Losing does not equal failure. You might lose your game or certain competition, but not fail because it was one of your personal best performance. In the same way, you may win but still fail because you didn't do your best. Decide and deliver 5 steps to breakthrough performance in your organization. I don't know how we would have dealt with some of our issues without it. What does it take to really shine in an interview? Learn how to recognize your strengths and how to play to them, how to deal with your weak spot, and avoid panic and cliched answers. Say English golden words. Thinking is not doing. Enlightenment now, the case for religion, science, humanism, and the progress. But all these positions have a fatal flaw. They repeat themselves. Managing stress. A challenge was given to a group of 6th graders to find the vice president's birthday in the coming year. This requires viewing more than one website. Only 1% of the kids could do this successfully. Sadly, adults didn't fare much better. What is the answer? From stress to success in just 31 days. Set a time aside, possibly before going to bed, to consider what has occurred throughout the day. As you look back through the day's events, consider which three individuals have served you well and made your life richer or more enlightened in some fashion. Life strategies for teens. The peer lens. This lens causes you to evaluate your entire world based on what others think about you. 100 ways to create wealth. The old saying, do what you love and the money will follow, has proven to be true for us and for hundreds of our clients. Why men don't listen and women can't read maps. This brings the real percentage of gay twins with identical genetic makeup to 60 to 70%, or 2 out of 3, proving convincingly that most homosexuality is created in the womb. The one thing, the surprisingly simple truth behind the extraordinary results. Understand and believe it. The first step is to understand the concept of the one thing, then to believe that it can make a difference in your life. If you don't understand and believe, you won't take action. Proverbs. A selection of common proverbs. The more the merrier. Too many cooks. The more the merrier. The more people who are involved in something, the more enjoyable or more successful the occasion will be. Opposite. Too many cooks spoil the broth. The only dumb question is the one not asked. Digital transformation, survive and thrive in an era of mass extinction. Based on the success of the demonstration project, the USAF plans to make the predictive maintenance application available to any USAF aircraft platform. Management in minutes. 200 key concepts explained in an instant. Is the problem urgent? Unlimited power. In the next chapter, we are going to look at the underpinning of all successful human interaction. The glue that bonds people together is called the power of storytelling. Captivate, convince, or convert an obedience audience using stories from top CEOs. Steve Jobs' Apple, stay hungry, stay foolish, facing death, following your heart, living your own life. The power of a whisper, hearing God, having the guts to respond. And periodically, he chooses to deliver a message to someone else, regardless of whether or not it will be well received. The power of affirmation and the secret to their success. I am so proud to belong to my lovely family. Emotional intelligence. Why it can matter more than the IQ. This is understandable given the hair trigger for emotional hijacking that PTSD created by hypersensitizing the amygdala circuitry. The science of getting rich, the proven mental program to a life of wealth. A salt in this substance produced a thing that is imaged by the salt. How to be the everything. A guide for those who still don't know what they want to be when they grow up. The tools in this chapter are separated into 4 broad categories. Choosing what to focus on. One American English proverbs. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Elderly people can't change their behavior or learn anything new. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Willpower doesn't work. Discover the hidden keys to success. Without a load of wood in his truck, he would have remained stuck. Popular proverbs and the saying. It's not worth the paper it is written on. It is not worth the paper it is written on. It is worthless. Education should be the process of helping everyone to discover his uniqueness. What's the fastest way to learn a language? Act like the baby. Your language brain remembers. We see it all the time. The idea hunter. How to find the best ideas and make them happen. Those you stand near the structural holes are at higher risk of having good ideas, as B puts it. The greater the demographic reversal, aging societies, waning inequality, and an inflation revival. The first clue to the global footprint in Japan's story is the considerable investment by Japan's companies not within but outside its borders, outbound FDI. Eat that frog. 21 great ways to stop procrastinating and get more done in less time. You can become a terrific negotiator or a super salesperson. American idiom. Yeah, come to pass, to happen. When did all of this come to pass? When will this event come to the pass? Kill the company and the status quo, start an innovation revolution. Behavior 5. Continuous learning. Continuous learning. An organization's ability to learn can truly be a competitive advantage. Learning is not just an activity; it's an attitude. It's an attitude. An organization full of knowledge seekers is bound to be one that is able to base the decision upon the best information. It's an attitude, continuous learning. The formula to achieve bigger goals through accelerating teamwork. This man didn't want to get a who and let that incredible who do the how. On the AI revolution, unlock your artificial intelligence strategy to disrupt your competition. You've written a lot about exponential technology. What is this? An exponential technology is any technology accelerating on an exponential growth curve that is doubling in price performance on a regular basis. Eat their lunch, winning customers away from your competition, winning with the intangibles. Most of the preference that lead to a displacement is made up of intangibles, those things that can easily be measured and have little to do with your product, your service, or even your company. The 5 most important questions you'll ever ask about your organization mission: to bring art and people together. The Enneagram, a Christian perspective. If they do succeed at some point, they usually forget it immediately. Bible on the English. To cast bread upon the waters. Secrets to exceptional living, transforming your life through the fruit of the Spirit. If you send your mind, you are going to have a lot of victories. The slide to the edge, turning simple discipline into massive success and happiness. You may have heard the expression, it's not how you plan your work, it's how you work your 聖書のパワー物語、人生を変える20の秘訣。ここで質問があります。Finding your own North Star, how you claim the life you were meant to live. Of course, the truth was that Stan's career was in better shape than ever. His new made him an irresistible fundraiser. Streetwise are the parents, foolproof are the kids. Additionally, 20% of all sexually active teens don't use the contraceptives. Do you think like a millionaire? This book will teach you how. It compares the thought, habits, and the philosophies of the middle class to the world class when it comes to the wealth, how rich people think. Middle class believe self-made millionaire had an unfair advantage. World class knows their advantage was hard work. Are you ready to succeed? Unconventional strategies for achieving personal mastery in business and life. Let's talk about ethics. Have you faced any dilemmas? Have you done anything you regret? Range. Why journalist Trump in a specialized world? One targeted that Native Americans read. Your names are on the rivers. Talker Incorporated. It's a decoder ring for male managers, she suggests.